Former world champion Henry Brand played a really cool Banette Dusknoir deck to the World Championships this year. This deck is really, really cool and has a ton of different game plans, as said by Henry Brand. I think this deck is really fascinating, and I really wanted to try it out in today's video because I really do feel like there's a lot of unexplored potential with Dusknoir that we just haven't seen yet. And this Banette build might be one of the best ways to play it, and it's definitely a very crazy deck with so many different lines and strategies you can do within a match. It's definitely a really cool one, and I cannot wait to show it off. All right, so welcome back everybody to a brand new Pokemon TCG Live video, and yes, today we're looking at Henry Brand's Banette Dusknoir deck that he played to the World Championships. And this deck is a pretty fascinating concept that really does have a lot of lines and plays you can make. And I'm not going to lie, this deck is quite difficult to actually play correctly. After playing a few games with it, I was like, wow, this game requires me to think a lot. And let me tell you, it really does. Now, Banette EX is a very strong card at face value. It does have an item lock attack for 1 energy. You do 30 damage, and during your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards. Very strong attack. Item locking is obviously very, very valuable, very strong. A lot of decks right now rely very heavily on item cards to function, and when they can't function at 100%, decks are a lot slower and a lot weaker, and this gives you time to sit there and item lock them to death. But that's sometimes not going to get you over the edge when your opponent can attack you, but this is where the addition of Dusknoir really does come in clutch. Now, Dusknoir, of course, is a very strong card that we really haven't seen the full potential of, I feel like, but this could be one of the best ways to play it, because, of course, you knock out the Dusknoir, you can put 13 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Your opponent does take a prize for the Dusknoir getting knocked out, but that's fine, because if they're item locked, a lot of the time, it doesn't matter if they're taking a prize when they're under item lock anyways. Now, the nice thing with Dusknoir is you can actually use it to put extra damage on a Pokemon to then be KO'd by Banette. You can also use Dusknoir to knock out liabilities that can be annoying for Banette to deal with, something like a Pheasantipity, for example, or just like a Dronge, maybe a Bibarel. There's a Bibarel in play or something, you can knock that out. There's a lot of just really cool plays you can make with Dusknoir. The deck actually relies heavily on the Dusknoir, less on the Dusclops, which we've seen other decks more reliably try to utilize Dusclops, but this deck actually leans more into the Dusknoir side of things. It's playing a 4-1-3 line of Dusknoir here. Henry Brand decided to put 3 Dusknoir in the deck, but Dusknoir's ability is really good. 13 damage is a buttload of damage. If you can double Dusknoir your opponent, you can just knock out a basic EX Pokemon, which is also really, really good. You can knock out a Moon, a Hands, a Miraidon, a Thorns, anything like that. The deck does play 4 Candy and also has 3 Pokéstop, so really try to just turbo through the deck to find those Candy Dusknoirs alongside 4 Night Stretcher. Henry did play 4 Night Stretcher in the deck. Since we are discarding a lot of cards with like Pokéstop and stuff, you can recover your Dusknoirs fairly easily with Night Stretcher. It's just a really, really good card to have within this deck. The Bloodmoon Ursaluna, of course, is the icing on the cake because you are able to use Bloodmoon, especially when you're using Dusknoir's ability so much. A lot of the time, your opponent will take so many prizes eventually that you'll be able to Bloodmoon even early on in the game, depending on how the game plays out. And that late game Bloodmoon play can be how you win a lot of your matches. And that's what I like about this deck, just the versatility and a lot of the skill that comes into actually playing this deck correctly. Because like I said, this deck is quite hard to pilot, but if you can find a lot of the plays and lines within a match, this deck can be very hard to deal with. Now, before I do the video, shout out to the sponsor, Cavern TCG. Of course, if you're going to get any Pokemon TCG Live pack outs, get them over at Cavern. Cavern plus code line for the cheapest. So if you're looking for any set, like the main set, Shroud of Fable, or Twilight Masquerade, or any other set, or some IRL TCG singles and product. Card Cavern sells all that over there. If you get anything at Card Cavern at the checkout, use my discount code LDF for a 5% discount on your order. Help the channel, help yourself out, and up our Card Cavern. So shout out Card Cavern, check them out. Use code LDF, link down below. Also, check out my second channel down below for some extra content. We just hit 16,000 subs over on the second channel, so big thank you to everybody who's shown support on the second channel recently, so definitely check it out down below. I've had quite a few videos go up this past little week, so definitely check it out if you haven't checked it out already. So yeah, here is Henry Brand's list that he played to the World Championships. Unfortunately, he was not able to make day 2 with the deck, but he said that this deck was an insane play, and he does not regret playing it at all. And he's even been showing a lot of people how to play the deck in testing, so definitely a lot of strength within the deck, and honestly a pretty underutilized look deck within the format, despite Henry playing it, obviously. Maybe this deck could have a bigger future going forward. I even predicted that Banette would be good for the World Championships. I know there was a Banette Gardevoir that almost made day 2, I think, or there was one in day 2 if I remember correctly, but yeah, Henry Brand did catch everyone by surprise by playing this crazy Banette deck. One thing that's also really good is Iono. Not only do you get to Iono your opponent to a low hand size after spamming so many Dusknoirs, but Iono with Banette is actually a really good combo, because if you item lock your opponent and put them to a small hand size, a lot of the time they just draw item cards. They cannot do anything. One thing to note about Banette is you Banette against like Regidrago or Roaring Moon, for example, a lot of the time they cannot attack you guaranteed. If you hit Drago for 30 damage with Banette, they can't play Energy Switch. So as long as there's only like 1 energy on the Drago or no energy, especially if they go for a Kyurem play, that doesn't play Manaphy, you can just hit them for 30, they're item locked, and they actually cannot use Energy Switch to move the energy to Drago. There's a lot of things you can take into account. A Roaring Moon EX cannot build itself up in one turn with no energy on it because they can't use Dark Patch. They can only Sada attach under item lock, but no Dark Patch. So there are different things you can do with Banette's attack. And of course, you can take the multi-prize turns with Dusknoir. I'm going to say right now, I had a really cool game in this video where I took 6 prizes in one turn. No spoilers, but we had some pretty wild stuff in this video. Definitely a really cool deck, and I did want to highlight it here on the channel today. I'll leave a link to Henry Brand's Twitter down in the description below if you want to go check it out for yourself. Make sure to go follow him and all that good stuff. Yeah, let's go show off the list here on live and see what this deck is all about. All right, Regidrago. All right, I think we can beat this. Our starting hand is pretty decent. We got stuff. We do have Squawk in there. I have to grab Squawkabilly here. Get that down. Attach to the active. Nest Ball. We'll just leave the bench spot open. Because I might want to bench Alakazam or something, so we'll just Squawk and see. So I guess we have the Dusclops, but still. All right, cool. Let's pass. All right, pretty good turn 1. The plan against Drago is item locking them goes hard because we prevent them from being able to do Energy Switch. We probably need Dusknoir, and we'll see how it goes. Banette could be pretty good here, but we'll see how many Energy Switches they have. Like, we'll see how good their turn 1 is, basically. If their turn 1 is, like, really good, this could get pretty awkward. But if they don't have the best turn 1 ever, then it might be okay. We'll see how good their start is. So they got another Ogre Pawn. Question is, do they have their own Squawkabilly? They do have a Vessel. Radiant Charizard, nice discard. We can try to, like, double Dusknoir there, Ogre Pawn, or a baby Regidrago too is possible. I mean, low-key, next turn, we could just double Dusknoir the Regidrago and knock it out if they don't get a second one down. It's a bit of a high roll, but I think we can go for the research and go for it. It's possible. Do they have any Energy Switch? No Energy Switch here, and they cannot attack next turn with Regidrago. If they with Energy Switch, we can item lock them. They cannot attack with Regidrago next turn. They have a boss. It's fine. We got the switch. All right. Is it a pass on their end? Nice. Celestial Roar. They milled a Dragapult. That's a little scary. But if we can at least just item lock them here, they can't do anything. We did get a Banette Baby, which is good. We'll take that. We'll switch into Shuppet. We'll Nest Ball for probably a second Shuppet. I don't really think we need Alakazam right now. I don't want to bench and get it trapped. All right, research. What do we got? Okay, I whiffed the Banette, bruh. I got Dusknoir, though, but I can't double Dusk. Okay, whiffing Banette there is really bad. Wow. I'm actually shocked I didn't get a Banette. I can't do anything. I can't draw cards. I don't really want to Dusknoir them either. We're going to have to just go for the Enveloping Shadow. We need this to flip heads, but even then, dude, oh man, that was such a bad whiff. We don't even flip heads, bro. So if they have a Drago V-Star in their hand, we might just be cooked. Okay, that was like pretty bad. Not gonna lie, I'm not liking that. They're gonna be able to draw more cards with Teal Dance. It's not looking good. I have a bad feeling they're gonna hit something here. So they did Celestial Roar away 3 dead cards too, which doesn't help our case. Unless they don't have it still, which would be kind of insane to be honest. But I don't know. They've bench Pheasantipity. Yeah, there it is. They drew research, I think, off the Ogre Pawn. They can KO both Shuppets here, which is also really bad. If they can hit the double E-switch, I mean, they don't even need double E-switch. They need 1 E-switch. They can just attach for turn. They can Cure me here, too. They have Goodra. Goodra's pretty bad, too. Do not like this. Oh, man. No, not the Kyurem, bro. Don't do it. They have a Vessel in hand, probably, for the Kyurem. We could Blood Moon them, but I can't even... No, we could. Depending on how they do their play next turn, we could technically Blood Moon their Regidrago and knock it out. Yep, there it is. They found an E-switch, so I got the knockout. I kind of hope they cure me, honestly, so I can try to go for Bloodmoon Ursaluna. I think that's our play. We have to Bloodmoon them here. I'm kind of hoping, but they're going to KO... Are they going to KO both Duskull is going to be the question. If they keep one Duskull alive, we can go Iono, Bloodmoon, Dusknoir, knock out Regidrago. We can make a comeback happen with the help of Bloodmoon Ursaluna. I think that's going to be the plan here. We have to go for this big Bloodmoon Dusknoir play, I think. I don't know if it's going to work, but it's my only play. Hopefully they leave one Duskull alive, because I am assuming they're going Kyurem here. They've only played 1 E-switch, so going Kyurem is like perfectly fine, because they've only played the 1 energy switch. So yeah, hopefully they leave a Duskull alive, so I can go Dusknoir knockout. We can KO this guy, though, with a Gust, maybe, instead of the active. We'll see. Okay, they're going Kyurem, it looks like. Maybe? Yeah, they just had a disgusting turn. Yep. Hopefully they leave one Duskull alive. I'm hoping they leave a Duskull alive. Hopefully they go Shuppet Duskull or Banette or Banette Shuppet. Okay, let's see. Okay, they leave a Duskull alive confirmed. I like that. Well, yeah, that's fine. I mean, killing Shuppet does make sense, because if I do item lock them, then they technically can't attack with the Regidrago. They could still Ogre upon me, but this is my only play now is to go for this big comeback. All right, well, still winnable. Let's see we top deck. There it is. Of course, we were one card away from drawing into the Banette, dude. It's always like that. All right. I could try to double Dusknoir the Fez, maybe. I don't know if that's even going to work. It might be okay. We got to start the turn off with this, I think, no matter what. Am I killing the active? Or am I hitting the Fez? The Fez just gives him too much draw. I don't like it. It might be best to hit the Fez, to be honest with you. I think maybe I'm going to try to go for the double Fez KO. It's my only play, I think. They haven't done Prime Catcher yet. I don't know. It's not looking good, folks. It's not looking good. All right, Iono and Prey. Let's see what we got. It's going to have to be a big Iono. Okay, we did find the other Dusknoir. Okay. So we can Dusknoir again, knock out the Pheasantipity, and then hit the active, but that's not going to be enough. If I bench Radiant Alakazam, we could have actually put damage on the active here. That's what I should have done. Kind of getting punished for that. I can't find a PokéStop, though. I literally can't draw into, like, any of, like, the turbo cards, which is annoying. Mediocre draws. It's just not good. Yeah, we don't even have the other Dusknoir. I guess this is the best play I got. Hit the active and Prey. Alright, this could work, because we can actually kill the Drago next turn with Radiant Alakazam, so we can still do something with this play. This isn't the end of the world. As long as they don't... I mean, they could win this turn, though. It is possible. They could probably get a research off the Iono. They can high roll, attach E-Switch, Prime Catcher, and it's game over. Yeah, they had Superior Retrieval. They lose their other Drago, though. They're out of Regidrago V-Stars. So they have to find Night Stretcher. That's good. So they can't Dragon Laser for a game. So they can't one-shot Squawk. Okay, this is fine. This isn't the end of the world. I still might be able to win this game. Maybe. I mean, I could win next turn, right? 100. I need to switch this guy. I need Prime Catcher. So, what I can do next turn is we can go Knockout Drago, Knockout Fez, Counter Catcher / Prime Catcher for game. So we actually could win next turn. We could take 6 prizes next turn. It is actually very possible to take 6 prizes next turn. Can they win this turn, though, is the question. They need to find Prime Catcher plus, like, some other shenanigans. If they knock out a 1 prizer this turn, we can't pull off the 6 prize win. Attachment to Mew. What are they cooking? Restart. Attachment to Mew is strange. Why would they do that? I mean, they have... Okay, they don't have it. Nice. So we can still win. Can we get a Night Stretcher? Shoes? Yo, Shoes and Night Stretcher? Research. Might take that, to be honest with you. I think I will. We can try to find the play. Didn't get it here, but it is doable. Still need to find this Night Stretcher. There we go. All right, so we can go Dusknoir. We just make sure we knock out the active first. All right, knock that out. They're forced down to 1 prize card here. So we could even find Gus, like Counter Catcher. What do we got? Double Duskull? It's not it? Okay. Let me just do some thinning real quick. Okay, we have Prime Catcher and Counter Catcher in there. Still need an energy, though, to move the Bloodmoon. So I'm not guaranteed, but it gives me hope. All right, PokéStop, here we go. It's a big one. We got the Prime Catcher and the Night Stretcher, and that is game. That's game. Let's go. We win. GG's. Wow, what a dub. That's crazy. We pulled it off, folks. We pulled off the victory. This deck is pretty dirty. Wow. Honestly, I was not, I wasn't having much hope. I'm not going to lie. That's all I'm trying to say. I didn't have much hope after that Banette whiff there. Because I really do think we could have, like, I was trying to, like, methodically slow them down. But this works too. We even got Mew down. Perfect. We just go Prime Catcher, bring in this guy. And look at that. 6 prizes in 1 turn. That is crazy. Yeah, we just took a 6-prize turn. That is absolutely disgusting. Wow. And like I said, I didn't have much hope, man. After they hit turn 2 Kyurem after whiffing item lock, I was like, all right, this might be over. But no, it is not. Bloodmoon, Dusknoir, Iono is one hell of a combo. And we just won the game in 1 attack. That's crazy. All right, get into this game here. My opponent's got Bound Sweet. Are we playing against Serena? Well, we don't really even need to go, like, you know, super aggro with, like, our Dusclops. Because we can probably just win the game with Banette alone. Banette's pretty good against a deck like this. We'll just grab Double Dusk. We'll save the shoes for next turn. I'll just pass. Yeah, we can just item lock him, and it might put him out of commission anyways. So we might as well just chill. Because, yeah, item lock might be enough to just win this the game. But we can do some big shenanigans here, depending on what they are playing, though. We see a Buddy Poffin here. Okay, they're playing Scovillain, apparently? Pidgeot, too. Not too sure what's going on. We'll see what my opponent's got in their deck here. We could actually... we could Dusclops the Pidgey next turn. Do I want to do that, though? Maybe? Yeah, there's no reason not to. We'll see if we can go... Okay, we'll see what we can do here. Serena and Scovillain. Is there even any synergy between the two? I mean, I guess they both need grass energy. I'm not sure. I guess we're going to find out what we're playing against here. We are in Master Ball here. Expect the unexpected. Mist energy and a pass. Okay. Let's see what our top deck is. Another Psychic energy. All right, we'll start off with shoes. All right, let's go to the Psychic. Prime Catcher. I don't really care for that. Honestly, yeah, I kind of do. Low-key, KOing Capsicid's not even a bad call either. Do I want a Prime Catcher? I don't even know if I want a Prime Catcher. Like, KOing this isn't bad, but I'm not, like, super gunning for it. We could also double Dusknoir the Scovillain. So they got 2/6 HP. Oh, I'm just going to Iono them here and see what we can find. Okay, we got Banette. Didn't get a whole lot of else, though. I guess we got Dusclops, but not much else. Do I want to KO Pidgey? Mist Energy is effective attacks, right? Okay, good. So we can KO Pidgey. I think there's no reason not to just KO the Pidgey here. I could KO the Capsicid if I grabbed the Prime Catcher and I went for the Dusclops here, but I'm fine with just KOing their Pidgey. I don't think I get a Pidgeot out. So even though they are getting item locked here, I think it's still fine if they don't get a Pidgeot in play. You know what I mean? So I'm like down to do this. We have Night Stretcher in hand. We could like Dusclops them again next turn if we want. There's our Bloodmoon. So we can just Night Stretcher here, and then we can work towards Dusknoir maybe. Maybe we just win next turn, to be honest. My opponent is benching Pokemon here. We also could just win the game. All right, let me just do this real quick. We can Mew for 1 second. Try to get some more draw going here. Nice. Iono, perfect. All right, and little side unlock. And then, yeah, we win next turn. My opponent doesn't... I mean, they can evolve their Scovillain, so I guess we don't win the game. But we can definitely put on more pressure with Dusknoir next turn. Like I said, we could just go double Dusknoir and knock out the Scovillain. Like, if they just go Scovillain, Bound Sweet, pass... Okay, never mind. That's not going to happen. I was going to say we could win, but the Dusknoir's not happening. All right. Arvin, sure. Like I said, they are item locked. They can't play Rare Candy. They can't play Counter Catcher. They can't play Buddy Poffin, Ultra Ball. Hero's Cape. Okay, that might be a bit annoying. This deck doesn't play Vacuum, so we don't have a way to remove that, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't have a way to remove that. Where are they putting the Hero's Cape? On the Capsicid? I'm not really too... I don't know. I'm not really too worried about Scovillain. I don't know. Can't even one-shot us. I think we'll be okay. I think it's all Gucci. I don't even know if I Iono, to be honest. Because, like, if they don't do anything, we could just, like... Yeah, they're not even doing much. They're not attaching to the Capsicid on the bench. I guess they're scared of potentially Dusknoir here. Alright, so speaking of Dusknoir, do I just go Dusknoir? I can't KO this. I guess that's why the Hero's Cape. I don't know why they didn't evolve that. The Scovillain's in their hand. Oh, no, I did Iono them, right? Yeah, never mind, I Iono them. The Scovillain's not in their hand. Do we just KO the active? Or we move the damage? I think moving the damage is pretty good. I mean, the Bounce Sweet's doing, like, pretty much nothing. So we might as well just hit it for 30. Yeah, I forgot I Iono'd the 2 Pokemon at the bottom of the deck. I completely forgot we Iono'd them already, I think. So they do not have the Pokemon in their hand. I am lying. That's fine, though. We still have the Dusknoir. We can just chill for a bit. No. Never mind. They just redo Jock. Okay. What does this do? I'm now burned and I can't retreat. And then, okay, whatever. All right, and they apparently have energy too. Yeah, I don't really want to Iono them either. They're not really doing much. This is fine. We're in an okay spot. Not the end of the world. We can just Alakazam. 20 off here. I'll just hit him with another Everlasting Darkness. We'll just chill. We'll just keep putting damage on the board. This is fine. We'd even try to bring in the other bounce suite too. Yeah, they just pass. See? We're chilling. See what our top deck is. Perfect. Candy. I was hoping we would get that because then I can do double Dusknoir. Alright. Maybe we can knock out one of the Scovillains. I want to KO the one with the Hero Escape. Again, I don't have a counter to Hero Escape here. So we'll KO the active, and then we'll see what else happens here. Take our prize. What do we got? Switch. Pretty good prize. I'll take it. That might come in handy later on down the road. All right, they go into this Scovillain. We could double Dusknoir, knock this out, and then maybe we could just go like Poltergeist into this or something. I don't know. It's possible. Do they have an energy? No, they don't. They just have the Chilly Snapper Bind. That is not enough to do much, though. All right. Question is, what am I doing? We can KO the active here, and then I could Iono them to a smaller hand. We can clean up this last one with Bloodmoon Ursaluna. So I think that seems okay. Knock out the active with the double Dusknoir. And then finish off... Okay, this is fine. Yeah, I kind of like this. I kind of like this. I'm going for the... I think it's safe. We'll go for the double Dusknoir. I think this is fine. We have Mew in play. Like, we have a decent counter to their Scovillain with Mew anyways. Like, the hand lock doesn't really matter. So I think we'll just kill the active here. And then we'll Iono them. Do I bench Bloodmoon is the question. I'm not too sure. Let's just grab the Dusknoir and kill the active. Because we just need to knock out one more 2-prizer. And this guy, we can KO at any point. So... this is fine. We could even set up another Dusknoir, to be honest with you, right? I think we should be able to. No, I don't think we can if they knock out Banette. But we could still win. Well, no, we could still win next turn. Okay, I got an idea. So we'll knock this out, and then we will see what they promote. They have to promote something. If they promote the Scovillain, we get a free hit on it. If they promote the Bounce Suite, we can trap it, potentially. All right, let's see what they got. What are they promoting? Let's see what it is going to be. It's got to be the Scovillain. Yeah, but then it's got 300 HP. We can chip at it. All right, so let's see. What am I doing here? So I'm going to Ultra Ball. Grab another Duskull. Because to be honest, we might just go for the knockout with the play. I'll bench Bloodmoon. Play PokéStop. Play the Iono. We'll just hit him for 30. Let's see what we got off the Iono. Candy Banette. Might want to evolve any other Banette. I'm just going to Mew for one, then maybe PokéStop. Okay. Energy's good. We'll PokéStop. Looking for Night Stretcher. No. Alright, choose. Take the Switch, I guess, in case I try to trap something. We'll just put that there, and then Everlasting Darkness. I'm not going to play any of the cards in my hand, because I want to make sure that if they go for their attack here, they don't mill anything too bad. I don't want them to, like, two-header crushing away, like, the Switch or something. I'm just going to hold the hand. Because I don't really care if they get rid of Banette or Switch. I'm more concerned... Well, I don't think it matters, but just in case. See what they do. Oh, they have their own Iono. It's fine. See what the Iono gives me. They found the energy, but will it be enough? Let's see. Ooh, hit a candy. That might get milled. Hopefully they hit the Nest Ball here so I can win. I'll see if they hit off the two-header crushing. What is getting milled? Okay, nice. The candy sticks. PokéStop, though, is fine because I was running play. All right, let's see what we draw. Trekking Shoes. Okay, so we have the ability to win this turn. Trying to think. Do I want to Shoe or Mew first? We'll Shoes first. Yep, get rid of that. Good thing we didn't Mew first. And there we go. We got a Banette. Perfect. Okay. So Mew for 2. We got Research. Could roll the PokéStop, try to find Night Stretcher. Sure. I haven't seen one yet. There's a good chance we could find one. Told you. And then we'll grab Dusclops. Don't really need Dusknoir, right? No, the Dusknoir isn't super useful. I'm trying to think if I even want it. It doesn't really matter. We'll grab the Dusknoir. Why not? Sure. We need an energy to win this, so we can go into Bear next turn. So research, or this turn. Research. And that is GG's. All right, Curse Blast. We'll hit this. They take a prize, and then we can Night Stretcher for the energy, retreat into Bloodmoon Ursaluna, and win the game. We also had Switch in the deck still. We could have maybe drawn off like the shoes or something, but we could just Night Stretcher, grab the energy, and then that is all she wrote. Retreat Banette, into Bear, and knockout. GG's. There it is. A little bit more complicated because they had a Hero's Cape. I didn't really know we were playing against here, but I mean, they still had ways to attack, but I mean, we just stopped them from setting up the game. We set up a couple Dusknoir plays, and that's all she wrote. Item lock post Dusknoir seems to be really good. Even though, like, you're giving your opponent prizes, it's not really that bad when they're under item lock. And it just makes this deck feel a whole lot stronger. I think I might have hit Turbo Moon. One of our worst matchups. Not great, that's for sure. Do we have Bloodmoon? All right, Bloodmoon's in there. We got the Dusknoir. All right, most of the stuff is in there. Honestly, we have a decent starting hand, so I'm just going to pass. So yeah, I might be against Turbo Moon. This matchup is pretty bad because, I mean, Banette's weak to Dark. We just don't get a lot of value with Banette when they just have a bunch of Dark Pokemon. And I'm pretty sure they're playing Turbo Moon just because of the Petron sleeves. We can win still thanks to, like, Bloodmoon and Dusknoir, but it is definitely one of our hardest matchups, without a doubt. Because just the Dark type is too annoying. Like, the Banette just doesn't do anything. Unless they have a really bad turn one, which is really one of the best things we can hope for, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work, unfortunately. It's going to be a tough one. We can try to double Dusknoir knockout of Roaring Moon if it's possible. It's like, because one thing to note with Banette is Roaring Moon cannot one-shot a Banette. They can't attack a Banette if we item lock them with no energy on it, right? Because they can't Dark Patch to it. So they can only Sada attach. That's like one silver lining, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, man. This matchup is like pretty bad, man. This is almost about as worse of a matchup as we could get, but we'll figure it out. Like, they already have an insane turn one. They even got the Pheasantipity in play, which is also really tough to deal with. So yeah, I mean, if they just KO Shuppet here, I wouldn't mind going Rare Candy Dusknoir, Rare Candy Dusknoir, knock out Roaring Moon, and then item locking them, and then maybe we can cook something up. Maybe we can hit Squawkabilly for 30, and then Dusknoir it, and then Bloodmoon for games. Like, we could still theoretically win that way, but we'll see. Well, they found Gus. Jeez. Hopefully they don't KO a Duskull, because I would prefer to KO Roaring Moon this turn, so hopefully they just KO Shuppet. Losing a Duskull here would be pretty bad. Do they even have the resources to do it? The question is, did they find a Sada? Did they find Sada? They've already squawked. Do they have Sada? Dark Patch. Yeah, they don't even need Sada. Are they going to KO the Duskull? Probably, right? I can't double Dusknoir. I don't even think it's worth it a Banette, obviously, if they're not item locked. I guess they didn't get Pecharunt. Okay, thankfully they're not killing Duskull. Okay, huge for us. Okay, my opponent should have KO'd Duskull, for sure, because now we can knock out this active Roaring Moon. If they KO'd a Duskull, I think I just would have went Dusknoir plus Enveloping Shadow, because I'm obviously not going to Banette them. Okay, this is fine. They didn't KO Dusknoir, which does give me hope, but I don't know if it gives me enough hope. That's the thing. All right. Do I even bother benching Radiant Alakazam? I honestly don't think we really need in this match. I'm trying to think if it fixes any math. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Okay, we'll just full send the research. Nice. There we go. We got double Dusknoir confirmed. We need to find Banette also. So we can grab Mew if it's in the deck. Yeah, we'll scale the active and then Banette hit the active here. And then the problem is they're going to go Greninja, right? But again, they are item locked, so they cannot attack with a Roaring Moon next turn. Ideally, I want to hit Squawk for 30, because we can then just set up checkmate. We can Dusknoir the Squawk, so that's kind of what I want to do. Okay, well, Nest Ball. Mew's prized. Yes, Mew's prized. Rip. Okay, we'll grab Duskull. We'll play the PokéStop first. See what we can find here. We can find a Dusknoir piece, then we can grab Banette. Nice. Let's go. Just Night Stretcher for Dusknoir. Yeah, this is our best play we can make. We have to KO the active Roaring Moon with our Dusknoir. Yeah, the Alakazam probably wouldn't have mattered here. I guess I could have used it to like move the 20 off the moon. I don't think it really matters. Let's KO the moon here. Maybe it did matter, actually. I don't know. Let's knock out Moon. They're going to bring in Greninja, but they don't have Pecharunt. They do have Pheasantipity, though, which is a problem. But I can't kill the Fez with a double Dusknoir. It doesn't really make any sense. Okay, we found Mew. Okay. Oh, they promote the Moon. Really? Interesting. I'm surprised they promoted Moon. Not gonna be able to attack with it. All right, so let's... Ultra Ball. I think these two... I guess we don't really need any more Dusknoirs, right? We might. Yeah, I'll scatter these two. Sure, it's fine. Let's make sure we Banette them. We have another Dusknoir play next turn, which is good. Can't KO this, though. I guess I could. Theoretically, I could win next turn, right? If we can double Dusknoir my opponent again, we actually still could win this. So this is Everlasting Darkness. My opponent shouldn't be able to attack me this turn. There should be no... I guess they could go Baby Moon. But they would need Petron, Baby Moon, Sada attach. It's possible they have it. Even with the item lock, they have the Fez, right? We'll see. But yeah, they shouldn't be able to KO me this turn with Roaring Moon EX is what I'm trying to say. They're under item lock. We can also just Poltergeist knock them out here, which is also pretty good, which I'm probably just going to do, to be honest with you, if we can find energy. Honestly, maybe we should have kept the Vessel then. Yeah, getting rid of Vessel might have been a misplay, because I technically could have went attach Poltergeist knockout. There's Baby Moon. There's no Petron, though. They're bench locked. Okay, so the play is to Poltergeist the active and then Blood Moon for game. Seems good. The problem is they do have Roaring Moon, which can KO my Banette. They have 2 in the discard. They'll have 3. They're still not there yet. I guess that's fine. Could also just Iono them, but I think we definitely just take the knockout Poltergeist. I should have kept the Vessel. I should have... I don't know why I kept the Switch. I should have kept the Vessel. Yikes. Yeah, I should have kept Vessel. Might have been a misplay on my end to not keep Vessel, because then we can't... We just have to find Night Stretcher. We'll still probably be able to KO them, but we'll see we draw. Another Ultra Ball. Okay, so we'll start off with the Ultra Ball. So we can either get Dusknoir or Banette, because we have Research, right? I don't really think... Do we? I don't think we need Dusknoir anymore, right? Like, the Dusknoir is pretty useless at this point in the game. Yeah, it's pretty useless. We just got Banette. We're not really going to need Dusknoir anymore. We should still be able to find an energy. Should be okay. Mew for 2 before the Research. Rare Candy Dusknoir. We might as well. I mean, there's no reason not to. And then we'll Puppet Offering. Research. Yeah, we've seen a not with energy. There we go. Yeah, easy peasy. This should be almost GG's. We just need to find Gust. We still have Prime Catcher and Counter Catcher. So it's PokéStop. There's Counter Catcher. Did lose Blood Moon. Should probably Night Stretcher put that back just in case. Let's burn this. Alright, do we ever bench the Blood Moon now? Can't get punished by benching Blood Moon, right? I don't think so. And they can't win the game. Yeah, we'll bench Blood Moon. Okay. And this should obviously be a knockout. I'd be very surprised if it didn't knock him out. Yeah, that's like a jillion damage. 480 damage. All right. So we have game in hand. We have Counter Catcher Blood Moon. Unless they... Okay, what they could do... But I think we still win. If they take out a 1-prizer this turn with the Baby Roaring Moon, then technically we don't have game. Because if they Frenzy Gouge me, that's not going to do anything. They can't do Frenzy Gouging. So I think this is like almost checkmate. If they kill the active Banette, we win with Bloodmoon Ursaluna. We have Counter Catcher in hand. They go down to 1 prize. We can also dig for Prime Catcher, which is still in the deck. I'm pretty sure it's in there. And we can see most of the... Yeah, we can see a lot of cards still. So I think we are still close to winning this game. We'll see what happens. We'll see, we'll see. They can't trap Dusknoir in the active spot, because then I could just use its ability to move it. Just trying to think of any way they could theoretically stop me. I don't think they can. Like, they can't trap anything, because then I could just move... I guess they could trap the Shuppet. I don't think trapping is not going to do anything for my opponent, though. It doesn't give them any bigger advantage, right? There's the Catcher Heads. But on what, though? Like, what do you bring? You kill the... They kill the Blood Moon, but then I just have Night Stretcher, right? They don't know I have a Night Stretcher, but they can kill Blood Moon. But, like, that's fine. Because, like, okay, I still have Night Stretcher. They can't Judge knock me out here, right? It's unlikely. If they go Judge knockout, I guess it's a little annoying, but still. I think this is still fine. This is still fine. Like, Frenzy Gouging in this doesn't do anything. If you Frenzy Gouge the bear, then I Everlasting Darkness for game. Now, if they have... Really hoping they don't have it, but they have like a random HP modifier, like a booster capsule or bravery charm, then that does get a little sus, because then I can't win the game right away with Banette. But I could still poltergeist for game. I think no matter what, it's like GG's. Like, I think this was like almost a checkmate spot to be in. This gives us the best chance at beating arguably our worst matchup. By far, one of our worst matchups is Roaring Moon, and we are able to show off how you can nearly beat it. The double Dusknoir definitely came up, and again, being able to item lock, knowing that they don't have a way to power up a Moon in one turn under item lock, does give me hope, and I think this should be GG's. If they leave Bloodmoon alive, we just go Dusknoir for a game. Like, it's checkmate, basically, right? It's essentially checkmate. They have to disrupt my hand and knock out Bear. But that doesn't even work. Like, because Frenzy Gouging, I just win with Banette. It's basically checkmate. We basically put them into the best checkmate situation we could have, and it did pay off. So, should be GG's. They have to KO the Bear. They can't leave Bear alive. I have Dusknoir to activate the ability. They have to KO Bloodmoon with Baby Moon. Their play this turn would have had to be going to Baby Roaring Moon. Right? They had to go Baby Moon this turn, not Mooney X. Mooney X was a mistake to go into. But they knew I had the counter catcher in hand, right? It's like maybe that's why they didn't do it. I don't know. We'll see what they can do. We'll see. They've already sodded. They're committed to the soda. There's no way they can judge me. They have to be playing unfair stamp, but they've already prime catchered. So it's like, I'm trying to think of something they can do. There's really nothing they can do in this situation. It's checkmate no matter what, right? If they don't kill the Bear, we can just, like, Dusknoir. Like, yeah, I don't know. We can just wait for them to knock out Bloodmoon Ursaluna. If they try to go Baby Moon and poke at it. Like, that's their other play. Poke at a Baby Moon. I'll just let them knock it out, right? Like, I can't think of anything they can do at this point, but we'll see. Like, it's pretty much checkmate. There's catcher. They're taking the play back. What are they bringing in? Nothing. They get tails anyways. Let's go. Like, they can play their hand down from Banette's other attack, but it doesn't really do them any good, I feel like. All right, now what are they bringing in? They're catching again. Now what do you bring up here? We still prime catcher, right? So I could still technically win by going Dusknoir. If they, like, try to stall for a turn, I could still prime catcher. No, they're going after my Banette. But again, killing Banette doesn't do anything. So I have game with Bloodmoon. They have to KO me with the Baby Moon this turn. Can they even do that? I think so, yes. There is a knockout. But we have counter catcher energy in hand. And they've already committed to Sada. You see what I mean? Like, they're kind of just backed into a corner of being able to not really have a way out of this spot they're in, thanks to the Bloodmoon checkmate. It had to be hand disruption, knock out Banette. But we benched the Bloodmoon ahead of time, right? They also needed a Guts kill the Bloodmoon, but they can't Frenzy Gouge it. The Baby Moon just doesn't do enough damage to knock out Bloodmoon. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of anything, and it's just nothing they can do, man. Everything I have to come up with that they can try to do to stop this situation they're in, it's just not enough, man. Yeah, they gotta KO me with the Baby Moon. 100% this has to be the play, but I just have counter catcher energy in hand. And they know that. And they can't leave Banette alive. Dusknoir would allow us to activate Bloodmoon's attack and counter catcher. Like, yeah. We could just double Dusknoir. Like, there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. Like, even if they left me alive, like, if they just pass for a turn, I don't even know if that does anything, but even if they tried to, we just have double Dusknoir for a game. Like, yeah, it was GG's no matter what. There's nothing they really could have done there other than try to disrupt my hand and try to kill Bloodmoon in the same turn. But they can't, because if they Frenzy Gouge, then I win the game with Banette's attack. So it's like, yeah, they were basically checkmated at that point, right? It's just really nothing they could have done. And I guess this is the best way to beat your worst matchup. Item lock is pretty good, especially when you know it can buy you a turn, knowing full well that Mooney X can't one-shot you. The Dusknoirs are really good. As you can see, double Dusknoir can KO a Mooney X. That also goes a long way. Very scary matchup still. And if you're expecting to see a lot of this deck on the ladder, this Moon deck, I mean, this Banette deck might not be the best play, but as you saw, we still won the game. You can still look for lines in a match to win with this deck. That's one thing I like about it. There are still many ways to win a game, even under certain situations where you're like, oh, I don't know if I actually can win this game. Hold up, maybe there is a way to win if you just look for the lines. And there you have it. That is Henry Brand's Banette Dusknoir deck in action. As you can see, the ability to item lock the opponent alongside spamming Dusknoir's ability is really, really deadly. And as you saw in this video, we had some pretty insane matches. But you can really put your opponent in some cool checkmate situations with the help of Dusknoir and being able to item lock the opponent. We even had a game where we took 6 prizes in a single turn. If you want to play a deck that's a bit more difficult to pilot, because like I said, this deck definitely is pretty hard to play. I'm not going to lie, I had to think quite a bit. There's so many different lines and plays you can make with this deck. This deck definitely is challenging to pilot, I will admit. But if you can play it well and you master the deck, I think this deck is a pretty rewarding deck to play and definitely a really fun archetype. A very spooky deck using double ghosts. If only this deck came out around Halloween, right? This idea was not discovered until, the summer, not Halloween. It's a Halloween-themed deck. Maybe we'll revisit this deck on October 31st. But that'll be for me on Henry Brand's list. Once again, big shout out to Henry Brand. I'll leave a link to his Twitter down in the description below. Go follow him and all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all later on in the video. If y'all enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. Help me on the road to reaching 64,000 subs. We're getting super duper close to 64K. We're less than 100 subs away from 64,000 subscribers. So if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. All that good stuff would be greatly appreciated. Check out my second channel if you want to get some extra content over there. I just reacted to the brand new trainers Pokemon that just got revealed. If you want to hear my opinion on those and all that stuff, definitely check out the second channel down below. We actually just hit 16,000 subs over there too. So hey, maybe you're on one of the road to reaching 17K. It'd be greatly appreciated. Check our card comment down below if you get any codes. Use code LDF, and that'll be for me. Bye.